All the disrespect before you play back, button check. Button check.
What is up, Butt Check family? Welcome back to yet again a beautiful day of checking these buttons. It is Monday. We got a brand new week now. It might be really late in the day, but either way, we're back. We actually took off yesterday, believe it or not, and we're back with some hot topics. Chapters down below if you want to skip around. Sub button right there. Appreciate the massive love as always for you guys taking the time to help the channel grow. We got some fun ones right now, and I'm still unpacking stories, so we're gonna have a banger on tomorrow as well. But either way, let's check these buttons. Let's go. All right, now into the first set of Arslan Ash winning the first major tournament of Tekken 8 Season 2. Buttons that need to be checked. We all know it's been super rough in these Tekken 8 Season 2 streets, to say the least. There's still some questions. They made that emergency patch. A lot of people started seeing the light, right? The light at the end of the tunnel saying, yo, there's hope. They didn't think it was gonna do much, but the more they started playing it, they were like, okay, this is actually a good start. Some people are still, you know, talking that shit, but other people, like I said, you're starting to see a lot of pros that are like still slowly but surely kind of having some hope. Well, now we got, I believe, the first major tournament since all of this happened, and we had Arslan Ash taking it home. I believe he was in grand finals versus Rangchu. We also have their reactions. Let's check it out.
And the Heat Smash gonna break the armor. Final round, grand finals, level up EXPO.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, the sidestep too.
Oh my God, out of the string, you're going straight to the wall, and this is not looking good for Arslan Ash. Excuse me, for Rangchu.
Big trouble right now, but plenty of time on the clock, but that's even worse. Back to the tornado, 4 damage on the wall, and still plenty of heat time for Arslan.
And this could be a situation where you could lose the game, and your level up EXPO champion is going to be none other all the way here from Pakistan, Arslan Ash.
Rangchu second place, but your champ once again, Arslan Ash from Pakistan.
Man, those sets were tense though, man. It was a lot of fighting back and forth to try to see who's going to stay in charge. We got to that last round though, and Arslan was like, I'm not even going to let you play. I talked about the fact that Rangchu does a good job of making some of the shortcomings of these bear characters seem like they're not as bad because his defense is that good. But when the offense is this strong, we saw it in the King Ray situation, we saw it even more so in the Arslan Ash situation, and he typically plays a little farther back. Not in this instance. That's how he overwhelms Rangchu and becomes a champion.
And
the Level Up EXPO Tekken 8 2025 is Arslan Ash. Give it one more time.
And there you have it. The top 8 ceremony is over. Of course, Seikola doing the honors for all our esteemed players, our established players. $5,000 was on the line. Level Up EXPO, especially for the fighting games, comes to a close.
And then from there, going on to Twitter or X, we see Arslan Ash posting saying, winning the first major tournament of Tekken 8 Season 2. Thank you for always believing in me. This journey is just getting started. I even see, I believe it's Rangchu actually responding to that saying, I've made a disappointing result, but I think it's a warm-up for upcoming EWC and TWT. I'm getting ready for the next week's EVO Japan. Thanks for inviting me, tagging them an amazing event. I made another good memory in the USA. Congratulations. Tagging Arslan, of course. And I see Arslan posting right here saying, let's become stronger together. Rangchu actually follows that up saying, stop beating me. That's what's up. So there you have it, y'all. Got some quick Tekken 8 action for you. I'll put the link down below for that full tournament so you guys can check it out. How y'all feeling? Let me know. All right, next up for them, I thought I wanted a gamer girl until I got one. Buttons that need to be checked. And you know what else needs to be checked? You need to check out Mrs. Button Check right here. The wifey, AKA the ThePlantasticMom. I'll put her information down below. Plantastic. She has a YouTube channel. It's called ThePlantasticMom. She's all about plants. For some reason, I keep saying plantaceous. I don't know what the hell.
He got it in his head, and now he can't switch it back.
I can't switch it back. Either way, she's back. Thank you for gracing us. What better way to have you come back than on a topic like this?
This is gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I instantly thought of her, obviously. So there's some video going on around, viral right now where people are talking about, I thought I wanted a gamer girl until I got one. Then this guy posted a clip. People are reacting to it. Now you got both sides of the fence. People talking about how it's good to date gamers and bad to date gamers. Check out a couple of clips, a couple people arguing both ways. We're gonna weigh in on it. If I could talk, you ready?
Yeah, I think I am.
All right, let's check this out. All right, starting right here with the Dread God saying, I thought I wanted a gamer girl until I got one. This woman was on this damn game for 13 hours yesterday. I was finally able to get her to come to bed. This morning I wake up, she disappeared. I'm thinking she left, but then he posted this video. Let's check out the clip. And she's right in front of that damn TV. What game is this? She got a blanket around her. She went straight from bed, straight in front of that damn TV.
I don't know what game that is.
I don't know what game it is either, but yeah, that's his point. She was playing it for 13 hours. He finally got her to bed. She woke up, thought she disappeared, and here she go right in front of the damn TV. Now, before we get to that, oh, this is the clip I was talking about. He actually follows up right here saying, only way I was able to get her off, ladies, is this how it be when we do it? Oh my God, check out the clip.
Get a kiss, I would go for it, but I'm in the middle of the game.
He said I'm in the middle of the game.
Yeah, it's the most physical touch you felt in like 13 hours.
That's a lot.
You said coffee and cheese Danish?
Yes, please.
You want to come with me to get it?
Yeah, let's go.
You sure?
Yeah.
God damn, come on, man.
There you go. I don't get it.
It was like, we got to go.
And there, yeah, he said, damn it, come on, we going together. If we going, we going together. Now, first of all, I think the way he did it right there, that was probably the most patient, like thoughtful, kind of sweet, because he could have been an asshole, but he gave her a kiss, and then he picked, it was loving, obviously. They even made a post after that saying that they might start streaming together. So there's no beef there.
Yeah.
But I thought he was actually pretty sweet about it. You know what I'm saying?
I
But
think it's funny that he kissed her, but she put her elbow up. She's like, I'm in the middle of the game. Here you
yeah,
go.
she was like, that's the most affection you've had in 13 hours. So she was like, that's a lie. Anyway, and then this next clip right here, this is the opposite. So this is when somebody was actually a dick to their significant other. So somebody posted this saying, this hurt. Simply posting this clip. Let's check it out. Okay, so he's gaming.
No, don't. Why? Why?
Because this is all you do.
It's not, it's all I have.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
I felt that in my soul.
No, don't. Why? Why?
Because this is all you do.
It's not, it's all I have.
Damn. All right. So somebody responds to that saying, if you hate men playing games, don't date a gamer. This is abuse. If a guy walked in and threw my nail polish in the bin because he wanted me to drop everything and pay attention to him, you'd see that for what it is. Others respond to that adding, saying, not only is this abuse, but then she posted it shamelessly like it's funny. Gross. Some details in the video make it even more tragic. He's wearing a wedding ring and there's a mom balloon in the background. This is likely a married couple with young kids. So I don't know about all that, but what do you feel about when they're talking about this is abuse?
I feel like it's being labeled, in my opinion, I feel like it's being labeled as abuse because she's posting it, it's not a conversation, she's just turning it off. You know, it becomes more of an attack instead of a conversation.
Yeah, I guess I could see that. I mean, there's different levels of abuse, but you see how much it meant to him. It wasn't just like he was laughing about it or anything like that. He was very pissed off, very frustrated. She says, this is all you do. He says, this is all I have.
Yeah.
So, and you fucking felt it when he said it. So it wasn't like he was just gaming with the guys. What does that mean when he says, this is all I have? We know that's nothing little. You know what I'm saying? Something traumatic could have just happened to the dude or something like that.
Right.
I don't fucking know, but we know it was serious. And if it's serious, then that could be considered abuse, I would say, right?
Yeah.
As your partner, if they are married, you should fucking know what it means to him.
That's what I was gonna say. There had to have been conversations about this before or is there any conversations and then she just did that out of nowhere?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because This one is pro gamer, saying, I only want to date gamers because they don't know the joy of staying in on launch night with nothing but snacks and cuddles. That's dope. I think that could be for a lot of different hobbies.
Yeah.
You know, basically, ultimately, what they're saying is, I want to date somebody that I have something in common with.
Right.
So
that
we can
understands my love for whatever I love.
Exactly. So we could spend that time together.
Right.
But going on that other side, this is what I was talking about. Somebody said this, saying, I love how I went through a nerdy guy. I went through nerdy guys, and they were actually the worst partners I've had in my entire life. You don't really want a gamer. You want a guy that will try games. It's so much better when they don't specialize in it. One day, you 25-year-olds will understand this. Just find out, oh, it's hilarious. You really think you want something until you get it, and it turns out to be a disappointment. Others respond saying, huge disappointment. It takes over their lives, and they forget they even have a relationship. She's like, very true. I know some couples, yada, yada, yada. So there you go. So it's the opposite, right? It's the opposite. And like you said, you're going to have two sides. Even this one right here saying dating a gamer is the best because they have no time to cheat when they're grinding on a video game. So before we get into that one, like, she's talking about extremes because they're talking about it ruins your life. You don't want to date a guy that specializes in it. You want a guy that tries games. Once again, I think it goes back to the first video. Like, there's such thing as, what do they call that? Moderation.
Yeah.
Anything, it's not just video. This is my opinion. Let me know if you agree or not. But anything that's not in moderation, like that's in excessiveness, can be a problem. It's not just fucking video games.
Right.
And if your spouse feels like it's taking you
away from them,
it's going to be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's why she's like, I hated it because I felt like it ruined his life, or he wasn't in this with me. I don't necessarily think it has to be
just gaming.
Video games, because there's plenty of guys out there that can just fucking play video games, play with their girl, or still have a good time. Remember, going back to what I was saying, I wasn't FGC fully when we met.
Right.
And then all of a sudden I went full fucking throttle and I tried to bring It was kind of out of left field.
Yeah, it was literally out of nowhere, and all of a sudden he was like, "Okay, I'm gonna go play games with my friends," and I'm like, "The fuck?"
Yeah.
Like it threw me off.
Yeah,
so
and
hard.
it came back to the last post where it was like dating a gamers because they have no time to cheat. Because that used to be my argument. I would be like, well, at least I'm not at the strip club. I'm not over here with these hoes and all this other stuff. Sorry. I'm playing games. You should be happy.
Right.
That was my argument all the time, right? And she would be like, yeah, you're kind of right, but still, I don't really know what's happening.
I don't know what this is.
Like, and I would even have the friends come over my house, and like I started filming bogus journeys. Like, so I did my best to bring her into the world, and she was a good sport. She was really a good sport. But she was trying her best to try to figure out, like, what changes are you going through?
Yeah, that kind of brings me, if you haven't seen our podcast, you should see it. But that brings us back to that conversation of how we can grow apart or grow together.
Right.
In those times, it was hard because you don't want to grow apart. So you're trying to find a way to be in it with you or with the other person.
Yeah.
To where y'all don't grow apart, but then you're like feeling like you're, you know what I mean? Like you were doing this whole thing and I was like, okay, well, how do I become part of it without being in the middle of it and throwing you off? And like, you know what I mean? Like it's a hard thing to try to mix when new things come around. Yeah.
And I wasn't used to her at all gaming, but then she got into Minecraft. And at this time it was like 2020, something like that, right? Because we were downtown.
2019, 2020.
And then she wasn't working at the time. She was at home transitioning. And she got into Minecraft. I thought, oh, this will be cool. You know, you have something to do. And then I noticed her ass would be on it. I would go to work, come back, and she would still be on it. And I would be like, you're still...
To my defense, though.
I was like, what did you do today?
Minecraft is like literally living in your own world. Like everything you do is normal paced time. Like you literally have to go and dig for iron and dig for stuff and chop trees down and it's like a whole thing. So if you want the product, you have to go find it, and it takes forever to do that. Anybody out there who's played Minecraft knows that.
Right. And the funny thing is like at first I thought it was like whatever, but then the more it happened, I was like starting to get concerned. Like this dude, I was like, wait,
what's going on?
This is actually a thing because you're still doing it. It's like this whatever number day, and you're still doing it. And I think at one point I mentioned it to you. Yeah. But I didn't really know how to, because I'm a gamer, so I didn't really know how to do it without offending her. because I felt like you were gonna feel attacked or whatever.
I don't even remember how you said it.
I don't remember either. And I think the only way you stopped is because you went back to work.
Going back to work.
She finally got a job, and then that was it.
I couldn't play. Now, when the kids ask me if I want to play, I'm like, yes, but I can't because I already know if I get into it, it's gonna consume all of my time after work or before work or whatever. So I'm like, I can't.
Yeah, well,
because I'm a real gamer at heart. It does consume.
Once
me.
you get into it, you get into it.
Yeah.
You know. So there it is, y'all. I thought this would be interesting, man, because I haven't did this in a long time, especially with the beautiful, the lovely Mrs. Buttoncheck, aka I was gonna say Mrs. Butterworth for some reason. I don't know. Mrs. Buttoncheck, Mrs. Buttoncheck, because you're so fluffy and tasty. That's why.
No, don't do that.
So what I was
not on here.
This is the perfect time, baby. Well, maybe I should save it for Tuesday. But either way, what I'm trying to say is, at the end of the day, how y'all feeling, man? And thank you to the lovely wifey for blessing us today. So, thank you guys for everything. And as always, I don't know what it is, but I know I got a beautiful wife. So it's about to get better. Love y'all forever. Peace.
Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe.
You're a nerd.
Thank you. That's the end clip right there. It's good stuff right there.
They don't want to see all that.
Oh, they want to see it.